to hockey. The Canadiens have won back-to-back games. That deserves something. For the first time this season.
Hold on. Give the score, too.
8-3.
Scoring goals.
Zutalo over Ottawa last night. The Habs are suddenly a really good first-period team.
Yeah.
Saturday against the Rangers, 3 goals. Last night against Ottawa, 4.
Here's a nice move by Udon. Shoot, scores! First NHL goal for Charles Udon. Anderson lost it. Scores! Short-handed. Pacioretty.
The captain heating up, and if you're going to give him a gift like this, why not for a short-handed goal?
Here comes Drew in the front, shoot, scores! Lehkonen! Arturi Lehkonen finishes that three-way passing play. Another shot wide, it comes to Udon, backhand scores! He's double-dipped, and it's 4-2.
Break up the Habs.
Yeah.
Charles Udon scored the first 2 goals of his NHL career. And did I hit it? No?
Yeah, well.
Seb? No? Not bad? Thank you. Positivity. Charles Udon had a good night.
Is that Charles, though?
Charles in charge, Udon, had 3 points last night, while Terry Lehkonen also scored twice. Tim, can Montreal's young players fill some of the scoring void here? Because that's how it kind of played out last night.
Well, apparently they're going to need to.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you look at Drouin, Galchenyuk had a goal, but outside
of 3 goals in 4 games.
Outside of McCarron, he had the lowest ice time of any forward in that lineup.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's got those goals, and Pacioretty's been scoring. Lehkonen, I look at as a guy who I saw in the playoffs kind of start to show flashes. And if that guy lives up to the flashes that we've seen from him in the very limited past, and I know you get into danger when you say that, especially in Montreal, where you've seen flashes from Galchenyuk, but you've never seen it fully through, Lehkonen's a guy to me that could bust out if given the opportunity and showing a little bit of consistency. Charles Udon, a lot of people, we talked about Charles Udon going into the season because that's who they were going to lean on. I think there's a bunch of guys who they really hope can do it, but the difference between good and really good or great in the NHL is consistency, and I need to see it on a consistent basis. But I think Lehkonen has that talent.
Well, I think Lehkonen's a guy that Marc Bergevin has been asked about.
Yeah.
In a lot of these conversations, right?
Yeah.
Like I think
there's a lot of rumors floating about right now.
Like part of the reason maybe they haven't done that much is he's looking at Lehkonen the same way you're looking at Lehkonen, and he's liking what he's seeing in Lehkonen. Make sense?
Got it.
Erik Karlsson, before we move on from that game, a -6.
Yeah.
Tied franchise record for the worst plus-minus ever. Now -6 as a golfer, which he is pretty good. This isn't golf. This was a National Hockey League game last night.
Yeah.
Do we push past the -6 because he's so amazing, or do we mock it a little bit? Where do you stand on the -6? Because Twitter went nuts on a -6 for Erik Karlsson last night.
Even Betty Crocker burns a cake or two, right?
Oh my God, that's just sorry, wrong one. Oh, now I'm not shutting down on me.
Right.
It's very spooky.
Oh my God, this is a.
Wow, we got to boost the Wi-Fi. Right now we're second lowest. Can we go one? We need one extra. I'll call Rogers and figure it out. Do we push? It did cut out. So we push past the -6.
Yeah,
it's not a thing to you. Is what I'm asking.
But
is that a thing to you?
Hold on. Do you think that Erik Karlsson is a bad hockey player?
I think you trade him after that. No, you don't trade him.
Right, he's not a terrible hockey player. He had a terrible game.
What I'm saying is I think Erik Karlsson, who had like half his ankle bone replaced in the offseason to get back to play for these fans, people need to relax and let it, maybe he deserves a -6 once in a while. Yeah. It's going to happen. Don't rip. What I'm saying is never rip on Erik Karlsson for anything because he's amazing.
Ever.
And he owned it after the game. He stood there. It's like, no, I've had worse. Come on, you're Erik Karlsson. You're better than everyone on the ice and off it as a human being.
Yeah.
Everybody.
He did get danced a couple times.
He did get
including by Charles Udon.